is, well, hard. Writing one for someone like Jack Clement is impossible. I mean, which style of Jack Clement do you use? Do you start with something Shakespearean like, to thank or not to thank? That is the question. Or perhaps you give a nod to a polka by rolling out a big barrel of thank yous. What about a big ring of fiery thank yous? Or a whole lot of thank yous going on? There's those approaches too. And let's not forget the rock and roll option, where I rattle the first thank you and hum the second one. Maybe I should just write a song about thank yous and pitch it to somebody and let them perform it. Because if I were Jack Clement, I would be good at that too. If I were as graceful as my cow daddy, maybe I might even consider putting the medallion on my head and dancing my thank you dance. Knowing him like I do, I might even reference his favorite book and start by saying memo from Cowboy Clement. You get the picture. There was even one preposterous plan that included getting all of you to engage in a little sing-along that, had I actually taken the time to write, would have been called, Let's All Help the Cowboys Sing Thank Yous. Whichever angle I choose, I should probably film it just in case. But I need to make sure to go over budget if I go that route. I mean, what's a girl to do? How do you present the man of 1,000 personas? I asked myself that for about 6 weeks after my dad took his place in the Angel Band. And then the answer came to me in a dream. And I've now turned that dream into a story. And if I'm anything like Jack Clement, it will probably be pretty good. If I ever finish it. Once upon a night, perhaps the first breaking of dawn as I slept, I heard a voice, a familiar voice, pretending to be deeper and more serious. Alison, this is your father. Stop fretting over the speech. This is your first of countless interplanetary memos for me and all my cast of characters here on Alpha Centauri. And by the way, I was right, there is music here. Enjoying the rare occasion of not actually waking up when my dreams start, I continued to sleep. The celestial voice telling me, you don't have to remember to thank every single person for every single thing individually. He went on to remind me of how much he liked what I had said in a previous speech about his musical journey being like a big cowboy quilt, and how all of the family, poets, dreamers, clowns, brothers, sisters, and neighbors and friends, some four-legged, each made an indelible spot in the quilt with their square. It was like a big rock and roll, country, western, polka, motion picture, strumming, singing, dancing, trombone playing, writing, producing, conducting quilt that passes gas by remote control. Then I woke up and I looked down at my covers and I visualized the quilt. The faces of the people that had been brave enough and talented enough to listen to my dad and lay new ground and set new trends. And as I stand here today, the ground and the trends stand with me still. I walked around for a few more days and I decided to write this, the truth, the magical, brilliant voice of my cow daddy in my head, still being humble and wondering what all the hoopla is about. The man that made his way into this Hall of Fame and still doesn't even know how much and how richly he deserves to be here. He was blessed with believing that what he was doing was fun and pleasing. That was his goal, and he achieved it. I believe that what I do should be fun and pleasing too. And in that realization, I discovered that I do, in fact, know his heart well enough to know what he is grateful for. He is grateful to the Lord above. He is grateful for all of you. All of his pals that surrounded him, all of the artists and cast members that trusted him and took the road less traveled. All of the people associated with this hallowed hall and every stitch in the cowboy quilt that was sewn there with love and magic. I personally know that he was grateful for his children. My beautiful brother Niles and I feel blessed beyond compare to have been part of the magic that is our Father. He showed us grace and wit and charm and greatness. Niles and I are grateful for the life that you gave him and know that he is too. I am most especially grateful for my interplanetary memos from the heavens above. Apparently when I dream of him, and we all know that he came true. What he said to me in my dream was spot on. I don't have to rattle or hum a big list of names individually. It's too daunting. So in cowboy fashion, by way of cow baby, that's me, if he were here right now, which we all know he is, he might just sum the whole thank you up in a little ditty. And it might go something like this. G-O-O-D evening to you all. I'm T-H-A-N-K-ing you from stars above. Don't get too S-E-R-I-O-U-S, or you'll forget to H-A-V-E-F-U-N. And if you're not having fun, you're not doing your job. Thank you. I'll see you in a moment.